So we found this really cool way to send audio from one computer to another computer over the same network. Tell us about this.
Yeah.
Do you got pulled up there? Yeah.
Yeah. So airfoil, I use Rogue Amoeba we've talked about loopback. I'm using Sound Source right now. So I'm really happy with these two products. And then I was just trying to think through creative ways to help a student get audio from one computer to another, and came across this. And you can stream any audio from your Mac around your network. So you could specifically send something like your broadcast mix from Ableton to a different computer on the same network, over the network. And it says wirelessly, but you also, this also works if your Wi-Fi is off and you're just like hard lined into the same network. So that's pretty cool. I mean, even, Spotify or Safari or Pro Presenter, any program or audio you can send to any of these things.
Yeah, because talking about the broadcast setup, okay, can I still, let's say I'm mixing on my computer for broadcast mix, all that multi-track audio is coming in, I'm in Ableton, I'm mixing it all, I'm monitoring out my headphone output, and then I want to keep it in my headphones, but also send the same audio to like the other computer that's maybe running Pro Presenter that's going to be doing our streaming software, right? Is it going to allow me to output audio both to my headphones to mix and then also send it to Pro Presenter?
I think so. We tested this in your office there, and I know that you were able to pull it up, but I don't think it still came out of my headphones. So that's something, I don't have it on this computer. But that's something I'd have to test out, but I think it would be worth looking into for sure.
Well, the other thing too, I'm wondering, it's like, couldn't you just use a combination of this app with something like Loopback? Because basically this whole site has a lot of different audio solutions to like send audio, capture audio, send it to different places over like just simple network functionality or in between apps. Like stuff like that can be really handy, because we used Loopback for something where it's like, okay, what if you're using the same computer to run Pro Presenter and your broadcast mix, which another conversation if that's worth trying to do. It's a lot on one computer.
Yeah.
But you can send, audio out of Ableton into Loopback, and I think from Loopback you can then send that audio to Pro Presenter and to a pair of headphones. If I'm remembering correctly, like Loopback can also send that same signal to like multiple destinations.
Yeah, and this is showing this has played to multiple outputs. So
well, there you go.
Yeah,
because that's the key. It's just making sure you have some way to, like, if it's cool to be able to send audio anywhere, but you also want to make sure if you're at that computer, is there a way for you to also still pull that audio out if you're trying to mix and monitor at that computer?
Yeah, and the cool thing is, I think with all of these, it's a free download, and you can, test it as much as you want, and then make sure that it works. It'll just like do a beep or like a cutout of audio. And then when you're like, okay, this works the way I want it to, then you can purchase it, and it's $35 for a single user on one or more.
Yeah, I'm trying to even think of like an even simpler application, because I saw like I think it has like an iOS app too, where you could maybe you're like running pads from your phone, like you just have like an ambient, like what's that app we used to use, Soundboard Pro or something.
Yeah,
can it send audio like from a phone to like another computer? I don't even know if that's worth doing, but I'm just
so it's got this free
other applications for it.
Free companion, receive and remotely.
Okay. It can only receive. It sounds like. Okay.
Send from any audio source. Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to send.
Imagine if you could get really creative and like try to set up some sort of in-ear monitoring solution with that. I don't even know.
Oh,
What.
I don't know what the deal is with latency on this though.
Yeah, there would probably be some pretty significant latency as well. I'm just really curious to see what, just like what creative solutions people will come up with for this, and what we can kind of recommend this to folks we work with in worship ministry school. But down in the comments, people let us know, like, if you've used this before, what other things you've used it for. What are some of the, while we're here on the website, like what are some of the other apps that they have?
Yeah. And so also we should say this is Apple only. If it wasn't, if we didn't say that yet. So Audio Hijack, don't know the legalities of this unless you're doing it for yourself.
If you can hear it, you can record it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, that might be helpful.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a use of like maybe, I don't know, if you just need to record something. I'm trying to think of, well,
some great uses for audio.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
podcast recording. We've got soundboard, audio editing.
Oh, wait, go to that. Go to the robust rapid fires. So that's almost like the soundboard app that I was talking about. Couldn't people use this for pads?
I imagine so. Let's see. This is $50.
Yeah, it's probably, I think it's similarly priced as that other app. But yeah, that's an interesting app to consider. I don't know why, like, there's probably other convenient ways to run pads and stuff if you just want to do it in ProPresenter or something like that. But I feel like if you were to use that app in conjunction with some of these other apps, like, there's just some really cool things you can do.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's some sort of, here you could use for tabletop gaming.
Tabletop.
Yeah, if you're like playing
sound.
Well, yeah, like, say like playing D&D or something, and you need like some sword sounds or something. I don't know.
Totally.
Yeah. So all these apps are cool. Like I said, I've already purchased and used Loopback. I already use SoundSource. I actually use SoundSource to delay my microphone so that it lines up with my camera when I'm speaking on calls or making recordings.
Because you're using the universal audio interface and it like doesn't let you do that.
Yep. The universal audio, the Arrow, is awesome for being able to like I got like an LA2A and other like an EQ and stuff that's zero latency, but because it's zero latency, anytime I'm on a call, my camera, it doesn't line up with my audio.
Yeah, but now it does right now. Like, and usually I actually forget because I was like, how is this stuff so well in sync? I had to I'm using my FaceTime and my little Shure microphone and I had to like Ecamm set delay. But you're basically sending me perfectly synced media using SoundSource right now. That's cool.
Yep. Yeah.
And then go to Loopback. I want people to see like the actual idea of Loopback, because we haven't really talked about that much or shown that on this channel, but kind of show them how like that. Go to one of those diagrams there, or like just zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, I was seeing if it popped up on my screen, but so like this virtual mic for Zoom. This is the other thing. This program didn't have delay, otherwise I just would have used that. So that would be a cool feature, but yeah, you can pull in audio from all these different sources, change the volume, have it go out. So there's output channels and monitors. This is kind of how it works. You got sources, output channels, and monitors. So in this case, they have their little soundboard, music, and their microphone. And then it's being routed into channels 1 and 2. And then they can listen to it on their internal speakers, but it also goes out on their USB output. So in this case, they're monitoring or they're sending out on their internal speakers their own microphone and music, but then the soundboard stuff is only going to the USB output.
Yep. Yeah, and that's where I think there's a lot of in the whole like sending audio from a DAW to your Pro Presenter or to another app or whatever. Like, there's just a lot of cool things, cool ways I feel like you could use this in a worship ministry setup.
Yeah, and I think that they're pretty solid. Like, I haven't had any issues with it not working ever.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think even like if you were trying to bring in, well, I don't know, there's just whole different list of use cases. I can't really think of them all off the top of my head right now, but like they're all, it's pretty cool what you could do here. Go and check out some of those other apps too, like the some of them I charmingly simple recording, the piezo.
So it's just like
just a recorder.
Find a source, hit record.
Man, that is nice. I might actually get that just like if I'm recording YouTube videos and I'm like, I'm using this mic and I don't want to record a screen share that gets audio, or I don't want to record into a DAW. Like, I just like want to press one button. That's cool.
Yeah, that'd be super simple. Let's see how much it is. $25.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Nice. That's pretty much it. There's a little audio editing, Vision. Yeah, simple little editor. That could be cool for just like simple sermon podcast editing, you know? I mean, yeah, was it $25 as well?
Let's see. 35. Yeah. So say you need to record the sermon, you get the audio channel from wherever, and you use not Vision, but you use you could use either one of these really, but if like for simplicity, you could just hit record from Piezo and then open it up in Vision and have it edited.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a very
no DAW required.
Yeah, because again, it's like a lot of these DAWs, like if you're doing like sermon podcast stuff in a full DAW, it just can be more complex than it needs to. But these look, I'm assuming, I don't know how much processing or EQ you can do in that if you need to.
Yeah, and here probably I'm not seeing any actual like compression or anything like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe you can't EQ or compress, but
yeah, looks like it's just designed to be as simple as possible. But cool. Well, those are some awesome apps, guys. You can check out Rogue Amoeba. This is not sponsored. We just been using these cool apps. I think they're worth sharing here on the channel.